Hello, welcome back. Well, this is weird. Back in May of this year, which is what we're in now, November, May, April, May, June, July, August, September, July. Hold on, let's work this out. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 6 months ago was the last episode of this. 6 months this has been on the back burner, but it's back. I'm bringing it back. Of course, this is not TWE 2020. This is World of Mixed Martial Arts 5, version 1.16. And of course, if you remember, if you've watched it, go back and watch it. American Fight League, of course, was the promotion we started. We are on Sci-Fi, and tonight we've got the featherweight tournament for the we've got the featherweight final and the middleweight final, so we've got two tournaments on tonight's show. And let's go. Let's see, we're going to watch the main. We're going to watch all. I don't think there's any prelims, so we're going to watch all. Well, let's get on with this. This is going to be fun. I haven't done this in a while, so let's continue. So we're going to welcome to Blur Cat's pre-show analysis of AFL Rentless being held in New Mexico tonight. This is the first AFL show of 1995. Of course, we're due to have 10 main fights and no prelims at all. The main event is the final of the AFL middleweight, which will be for the AFL middleweight title. It will be between the winners of two semi-finals, which sees Jason Delusio fighting Trent Jenkins and Masahiro Fenuki going in head-to-head with Guy Mergaza. Elsewhere on the show, we have the final of the AFL featherweight for the AFL featherweight title. When Gracie takes on Kevin Rosa, Matt Whomever against Rafael Cruda, and Andy Anderson meets Chemo Leonardo tonight. Final of the AFL tournament brackets are in. There we go. So that's all sorted. Let's go into the card, shall we? So yeah, these are a lot easier to do. There's not a lot of editing to these at all, and it is so much more fun. Right, obviously we close it now to get there. I cannot remember how this game works. But there's Davey Burette. So we open the main portion of the show with Tanahashi Yakumuna fighting Yuji Reta Vegeta. No pitch on these, 25-year-old, betting line 0-8, pro record 0-1, pro record 4-1. So let's get the timer going. We'll start the timer. A place in the final. The referee is Shane Rears. The judges for this battle are Lance Dewey, whoever Feto may have raid in the same way. We are underway. The two fighters touch gloves. Step forwards and striking exchange. Feeder throws a counter jab. I forgot this. Let's stop the timer. Let's just click next. The two fighters engage again. Vegeta misses a right cross that leaves him wide open to the counter. Yakumuna comes in with the right cross. They engage in the centre. Yakumuna counters a right hand with a jab and a right cross. That was a good example of how Yakumuna can use his huge reach advantage to win striking battles. Looking a bit tense, Yakumuna moves around the cage. The two fighters come forward and engage. Yakumuna dodges a right hand and a counter attack with a quick left jab and a good right hook. The two fighters engage with strikes, but nothing significant lands. Moving forward, constantly Yakumuna is pressuring Vegeta. Yakuma confidently steps into the pocket. I remember how to say this now. A jab hits home from Yakuma, then he hits a nice straight right. We're into the final minute of the round. There's a takedown attempt from Vegeta. He has a takedown as a single leg, and Yakumuna has to pull guard. Vegeta keeps in tight to Yakumuna, prepping him with short strikes. Yakumuna tries to push Vegeta away, but can't. Time expires, and we come to the end of the round. So let's have a look at fine metrics here. So of round one, we had one takedown, ground strike 6, punches 8 there. So I'll give it more to Tadahashi Yakumura, in my opinion, in that first round there. That was close, but I think Vegeta just about edged it. Okay, Vegeta with a takedown there, obviously. From my judge's point of view, that's the battle for the start of the round. I'm just the promoter who puts these matches together, or fights together, shall I say, not matches. It's not a wrestling show. So they exchange a few strikes, but nothing significant lands. The two fighters engage. Vegeta misses a jab, but lands a right hook. Yakumuna finds a way past his opponent and guards and lands a sharp 1-2. It looks like Vegeta has been cut above the eye. Yakumuna first forwards and trying to pressure Vegeta into exchanging strikes. Vegeta hits 2 counter left hands. Yakumuna can't connect with a jab, but then he scores with a right cross. The two fighters come forward and engage. Vegeta misses a right cross that leaves him wide open to the canny. Yakumura comes in with a left jab and a right cross. Vegeta backs off, having been poked in the eye, and the fight is halted. The referee gives him a few moments to recover in a neutral corner. The fight restarts. We pass the halfway mark of this round. Yakuma acknowledges some instructions from his corner with a caught nod of his head and returns to his full attention to the fight. Yakumura comes forward on the attack. Vegeta fires off a counter jab. Yakumura lands a jab and then he scores to the right cross. Looking a bit tense, Yakumura moves around the cage. Both fighters move and engage. Yakumura feints away, one away, throwing Vegeta off balance and steps to the side. Yakumura counters a right hand with a left jab and a good right hook. Yakumura comes forward at that point, and Vegeta lands a left hand in the exchange. Yakumura lands a left hand and catches Vegeta with a right hook. The time is up, and that's the end of the round. Oof. Both of these guys from Tokyo, Japan here tonight. I don't think this fight is going to do very well. And that way goes Yakumura, 10-9 on my card. Well, that's nice to know. Well, that's what I was going to say. By making with dead level and going into the third round here, in the third and final round, at 19-19. The Cutman goes to work between rounds trying to patch up Vegeta, who's bleeding, of course. Round 3 begins. The two commands meet in the centre and start to strike. Vegeta connects with a left hand. Yakumura lands a 1-2. The two fighters come forward and engage. Vegeta's off target with a jab but hits a right hand. Yakumura hits a two-punch combination, a quick left and a straight right. Both fighters meet in the centre. Yakumura slips past the right hook and counters a left jab and a right hook. Yakumura stalks forward, pressuring Vegeta. Vegeta hits a jab in exchange. Yakumura lands a left hand and hits a nice straight right. Yakumura comes forward on the attack. Vegeta tries to hit a jab but misses. A jab is wide from Yakumura, but then he hits Vegeta with a straight right. We get past the halfway point of this round. They engage in the centre. Yakumura hits a left hand. Vegeta uses a left jab, but has a right hand absorbed on the gloves. There's under a minute left in this round. The two fighters come forward to strike, but it's really tentative and nothing comes of it. Vegeta appeared to be going to try and get in close, but Yakumura took the initiative first. Yakumura lands a left hand and scores with a right cross. The time is up, and that's the end of round 3. That one goes to Yakumura, 10-9 on my card. That's Yakumura up 29-28 on my scorecard. And it's the final round, and we're back underway. They come together and strike. Vegeta misses a big right hand, putting him off balance, allowing Yakumura to attack with the nice left hand. Yakumura closes to the distance, obviously looking to strike. Yakumura can't hit a set-up left jab, but then scores with a right cross. Both fighters move and engage. Vegeta misses a right cross that leaves him wide open to the counter. Yakumura comes in with a jab and a right hook. Vegeta is bleeding above his eye again. A strike has reopened the wound. The two fighters engage in the centre. Vegeta hits a left cross. Yakumura hits a left hand. We go past the halfway point of this round. A jab is wide from Yakuma, but then he hits a nice straight right. Vegeta gets hold of Yakumari without taking too much damage. Vegeta is trying to push Yakumari so that his back is up against the cage. Vegeta does it. Yakumari is stuck with his back to the cage. First time we've had that in this match. Vegeta hits Yakumari, who's pressed up against the cage, with a nice short uppercut. Using tight body control, Vegeta is slowly wearing Yakumari down by pressing him up against the cage and leaning all of his weight on him. So the weight is 145 to 145, which is quite good. They remain up against the cage until the barrel, posturing and throwing occasional short-range jabs. We reach the time limit and this fight is over. I have to give that round to Vegeta, but only 10-9. The official scores are being reported now. All of the judges have scored it 39-37. Tadahisa Yakumura wins by unanimous decision, so he goes forward. And he books a place in the AFL Featherweight final here tonight. And that is awesome, so he'll go backstage and get himself rested. In 3 minutes of the round 4, the fight's rating being decent. That's good. You're finished with this Preshow. Would you like to continue on with this show? Of course we would. That's what we're here for. How long did that take us, that fight? 9 minutes. That's not bad. These shows do go on for these episodes. So next up is Moyu Akishi squaring off with Kenya Makeuni, ground and pound, Nagasaki, Japan, Tokyo, Japan. 2 more Japanese wrestlers. I should have been a Japanese company. Both fighting out the same dojo here tonight. We've got a ground and pound guy and we've got a shooter guy. Pro record of 10-8 to 4-0. So he's had 8 losses. He's had no losses in his career. Same weight, 5'6". So he's got the height advantage. He's got the height advantage over him tonight. We're going to go into this, and this, of course, will be also in the featherweight, I do believe. The final, yep, the AFL featherweight. Await the winner. Any spelling mistakes you see on this? I am dyslexic. Leave them alone. End of argument. So Shane Rears is once again refereeing this match. The judges are Lloyd Griffin, Earl Ellis and Clifford Robinson. Although they're rating the same, it's noticeable that Uni looks a lot heavier than his opponent now. So he's gained... Yeah, quantity are the same. So it might be a bit different tonight. They touch gloves. They stand and trade, but all the shots are either off target or safely dealt with. There's a takedown attempt from Uno. Uno gets a single leg takedown. Akinashi pulls guard off it. Uno begins to try and pass the guard. He can't get free of the guard. Uchi tries to sweep from the bottom of the guard, but doesn't budge. Uno is trying to pass guard. The pass attempt results in a scramble for position as Yuki tries to get back up. The end of the round is coming quick. There's under a minute left. The scramble sees Uchi up first, but only to be grabbed in a race lock from behind. Uno holding Uchi from behind, looks to drag him down to the floor. Uno doesn't find it easy, but he does eventually get Akinashi onto the ground. Akinashi ends up turtled with Uno on top of him, holding a wrist lock. Uno pounds away with rights, a couple of heavy shots getting through and rock Akinashi. Uno fires away with punches, but only a few actually find their way through. Uno tries to pound on Akinashi, but none of the blows land with any degree of power. The time is up, and that's the end of the round. Jeez. So Akinashi here, I think, has got the upper hand straight off the bat. Definitely going to go, is definitely in 10-9 in my favour. Of Uni. Oh yeah, Uni is the one who's doing all the ground and pounding stuff. So he was doing definitely better. Let's see what happens in round number 2 here. There's a takedown them straight away. As soon as the round starts, Uni goes straight in for that takedown, for that ground and pound. He couldn't complete the single leg, but does end up standing, holding the leg while Akinashi hops in place on the other. Uni drives Akinashi up against the cage. Uni looks for a takedown by grabbing both his opponent's legs and trying to trip him to the mat. The takedown is complete and Uni gets side control from it. Uni attempts a Kinemari. Akinashi blocks it. Akinashi tries to pull guard, but Uni doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Looking to catch his breath, Uni is content to just throw a couple of punches to the body. Akinashi tries to move the ground, but Uni doesn't allow it. We're moving to the final 60 seconds of this round. Uni is trying to move from side control to mount. He tries to get the mount back, Akinashi is ready and immediately starts to scramble. Akinashi manages to come out on top with the Uni pulling half guard. Akinashi pounds away with right hands but doesn't do much damage. Uni tries to move from the half guard to full guard, but Akinashi doesn't allow it. I'm trying to get the names right. And that's the end of round 2. Once again, Uno gets it 10-9. Yeah, Uno's got this 2018. Round 3 begins, and Uno shoots in, looking for that takedown straight away as he's been doing. A great sprawl from him prevents the takedown, allows him to push him down on his hands and knees. Akushai hits a short knee to the side of the turtled Unai. And Akai Shai fires away a punch, but does little in the way of damage. Unai takes the opponent to stand up. Akinashi moves in and clinches. We pass the halfway mark of this round. Akinashi tries to muscle Uno up against the cage. Akinashi can't do it though, and ends up being out-wrestled in a grapple. Unai just trying to muscle Akinashi up against the cage. Unai does it, and Akinashi stuck with his back against the cage. We have 1 minute of the round remaining. Uno tries to take Akinashi down. He has a takedown. Akinashi pulls guard. Uno tries to pound on Akinashi, but all blows are comfortably dealt with. Uni gets pushed back thanks to the butterfly guard, and Akinashi quickly scrambles. Imo get close that gives Uno the perfect opportunity to come over the top and get side control. Uno loads with some right hands, but Akinashi deals with them comfortably. The time runs out on round 3. We're going to go into the final. Incredibly close round, that one, but I think Unai comes out on head on my scorecard just. But the score Akinashi really needs to finish in this final round or he will lose the fight. So it's the final round. Akishai moves in and clinches. Akishai is trying to push Uni so that his back is up against the cage. Akishai can't do it though, and Uni gets a more dominant position in the grapple instead. And Unai tries to take down Akinashi down. Unai doesn't get it, and Akishai blocks any attempt to move him. Uno is looking to muscle Akinashi back against the cage. Uno manages it and controls Akinashi up against the cage. Now it's Uno looking for the takedown and manages to skew a leg, leaving Akinashi hopping on 1 foot. In one slip motion, Uno trips Akinashi down to the mat. Uno takes the back off the takedown. We get past the halfway point this round. Uno says he gets both hooks in and seems to prime to finish. Uno with both hooks in attempts to get a rear naked choke fully applied, and Yu gets the rear naked choke applied, and Akishai has to tap out. Kayu Unai takes the victory by way of submission, and he books himself in the final tonight of the AFL heavyweight final match. An Asian official results: submission of rear naked choke in 2 minutes and 20 of round 4. The fight is being rated as being great. That's good. 2 good matches so far tonight. Shall we move on to the next match on our card this evening? And it is Jason Delusio takes on Trent Jenkins. Here, finally we get some pictures. One from Devon Coronado, as well as from Ben. Here we've got American Kenpo and a Kung Fu. The bet line is minus 580 plus 468. I don't know what that means. Don't ask. And this is, of course, the winner. This goes on to the AFL middleweight finals here tonight. And our referee is John McCarthy. Our judges are ringside Earl Ellis, Clifford Robinson, and Lance Dewey. And the fight begins. The fight is touch glove. Delusio steps forward looking to strike. Jenkins manages a counter jab. Delusio throws a two-punch combo, but Jenkins avoids it. So we've got Kung Fu versus American Kenpo. Delusio throws a two-punch combo, but Jenkins avoids both. The two combatants meet in the centre and start to strike. Jenkins misses a left jab and also doesn't find the mark with a right hook. Delusio misses a jab and also has a right hand taken on the gloves. The two fighters engage. Jenkins lands a left jab but doesn't find the mark with a right hook. Delusio misses a left jab but nails a right cross. Delusio comes in looking to strike. Jenkins might have been set up to shoot, but Delusio aggressively took the initiative, and Delusio throws two quick punches in but doesn't hit with either. We move into the second half of this round one. Both fighters meet in the centre. Delusio finds his right cross blocked. Jenkins misses the left jab and also doesn't find the mark with a right hook. We move into the final 60 seconds of this round. They come together and strike. Jenkins sits past the right hook and counters with a jab and a right hook that is avoided at the last second. Both fighters move and engage. Jenkins misses a big right hand, putting him off balance, allowing Delusio to attack with a powerful right hook. It's a knockout. Jenkins is down and out. Ladies and gentlemen, in the first round, our first finish in the round one, Jason Delusio is going forward into the final tonight after a knockout. The winner by knockout is Jason Delusio. And Jason's won a spot in the AFL middleweight final here tonight, and that is the official knockout punch in 2 minutes 57 of round one. The fight is rated as being average. Not the best fight, not as good as the first two this evening, but we can go. And now we've got Masataka Fenuki taking on the Sandman guy, Mageza. Here we go. Pro record is 1-0. Kickboxing he is, and he's got a betting line of plus 1.7. Moyu Japan 7-1. Catch wrestling, and he's got no team, and he's got no team either. He's 25 years old, 1 year younger than the Sandman at 26-year-old 6-1. He's got one over him, and they're both weighing the same here tonight, and he's from Moyu Japan. It would be, well, that's obvious really, isn't it? The winner moves on to the finals of the AFL middleweight and faces the guy who just knocked out Trent Jenkins in the first round, and Shane Reyes has come out now for this bout. The judges are Lloyd Griffin, Earl Ellis, and Clifford Robinson for this. So the fight begins. They touch gloves. Of course, they touch gloves. Fenuki lands a couple of weak left hands that barely registered to start off the match. The Sandman lands a left hand and hits a nice straight right. The Sandman can't hit a set-up left jab, but then scores with a right to the body. I know it says his surname, but I'm going to call him the Sandman because that is his name, or Sandman. Fenuki looked like he was going to shoot, but Sandman simply took the initiative first. Sandman used the left jab but can't connect with the right body. Fenuki shoots him for the takedown. Fenuki doesn't complete the single leg but does end up standing holding a leg while Magaiza hops in place on the other. With Magaiza not going down, Fenuki sets for pushing him up against the cage. Fenuki looks for a takedown by grabbing both his opponent's legs and trying to trip into the mat. The takedown is ugly, but ultimately successful. But he ends up on top of the turtled up Magaiza, holding him in a loose face-lock type hold. There's under a minute left. Fenuki fires away with punches, and Magaiza stung by several big shots. Magaiza turned up, takes a soccer kick to the ribs. Finger defense, Magaiza rolls onto his back and fire away from further kicks to the body. Fenuki tries to secure a ground position. Magaiza tries to get free, but Fenuki is able to secure control. Fenuki pounds away, but Magaiza calmly deals with them, and the time runs out in round one. I'm sorry, Magaiza, you might be a bit older, you might have a better but Fenuki here with 7-1, he's definitely got the mark on that first round. And the crowd is buzzing after a very exciting first round. Oh, that's good. I'd say that was definitely 10-9 in favour of Fenuki. I agree with that. Round two begins. Fenuki chooses to shoot in on Magaiza. Magaiza gets taken down by a single leg and has to pull guard. Fenuki fires off some rights, but Magaiza is in trouble by them. Fenuki deflects a couple of punches, but Magaiza through from below. Fenuki fires away with punches, but does little in the way of damage. Magaiza tries to catch Fenuki with a punch, but he's not on target. Fenuki tries to pound on Magaiza, but all the blows are comfortably dealt with. Fenuki deflects a couple of punches that Magaiza through from below. Funaki tries to pound Magaisa, but none of the blows land with any degree of power. And that happens. Magaisa tries to pull in Funaki in close and pepper him with short strikes, but can't. Funaki pounds away with right hands, but doesn't do much damage. Funaki deflects a couple of punches at Magaisa through from below. Preshow decides that there is a lack of progress being made and stands him back up. Funaki shoots him with the takedown. The takedown's come Magaisa and he has to pull barred, and that's how the round ends. That was the next sound in a row. Hopefully the fighters continue with that pace in the next round. Funaki again. Yep, Funaki took that. Now scorecard is Funaki up 2018. And here we go, round 3. Funaki chooses to shoot in on Magaisa again. Magaisa also stops the takedown, but is left hopping on one leg while Funaki holds the other. With Magaisa not going down, Funaki sets pushing up against the cage. An ugly but effective tactic. Funaki's pressing Magaisa up against the cage and slowly wearing him down. Then the next minute or so sees him engage in close quarters dirty boxing. We get past the halfway point of this round. Funaki looks to set up a trip takedown. An excellent outside leg trip sees Magaisa get thrown to the mat, and Funaki has no problem getting side control. Funaki fires away a few punches as he catches his breath. Magaisa tries to move guard, but Funaki doesn't allow it. In side control, Funaki catches his breath. Just content just to throw a couple of punches to the body. Funaki blocks Magaisa and he tries to transition the guard. Funaki fires away with punches, but Magaisa doesn't take any undue damage. Round 3 as the time expires. I'd say that's definitely 10-9 in favour of Funaki. Even if he can take the final round, I can't see Magaisa running on judges' scorecards. He needs a finish. And it's a final round, and we are back underway. A jab hits home for Magaisa, then he lands a right hand to the body. Funaki shoots in looking for a takedown. Magaisa can't stop the takedown and has to pull guard. That's his 5th takedown in this whole match. Fight. Funaki pounds away, but Magaisa is in trouble by the strikes. Magaisa tries to pull Funaki in close and pepper him with short strikes, but can't. Funaki pounds away, but Magaisa calmly deals with them. Funaki leans back to avoid a couple of wild swings from Magaisa. Funaki begins trying to press guard. Magaisa allows the pass, but it's just a ploy to allow him to try and scramble. The end of the round is coming quick. There's under a minute left. Funaki tries to see his back. He was lightning quick there with what a great move. Magaisa gets into an even worse position as Funaki applies a body triangle with great control via the body triangle. Funaki tries to finish Magaisa off with a rear naked choke. Magaisa stops Funaki from getting his arm under the chin and completing the choke. The time of round expires in round 4, and that is the end of the fight. There, I'd say that's definitely 10-9 in favour of Funaki. Funaki's got the win there. Yeah, there you go. As the winner by unanimous decision is Funaki, and he's won a spot in the AFL middleweight final tonight. And that's being rated as good, even though we had 2 great first rounds. Where are we up to? Because I haven't got a clue how many more matches are on the night. 22 minutes. Well, this ain't going to be that long then. And these are really good to record. Renzo, Gracie, now Gracia. One of my favourite fighters we have in the team. And he's teaming with the Pit tonight. He's got 7-2 record, and he's from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. But he's got minus 2,000. I don't know how betting odds work. And he's taking up tonight with Kevin Rosa. And he's from Tampa Bay, Florida. He's 31-27, 6'4" to 5'10", 260 to 210 lb. Pro record is 1-3. Kickboxing, no team. Betting lines, Fringly. Our referee Shane Rosa, cage judges are Il Ellis, Clifford Robinson, and Lance Dewey. Gracie is feigning a major size disadvantage in this fight, and he's probably given up at least 50 LBS that may be decisive. And that's the opening bell. I highly doubt it. Roseby deliberately doesn't touch the gloves to start. Boo! Rosa throws a 2-punch combo, but Gracie avoids both. Both fighters meet in the centre. Gracie slips past the right hook and counters with a left kick to the ribs. Both fighters step into strike. Rosa scores a jab and he has a right hook blocked. Gracie hits the jab and also gets cleanly with a right hand, then engaged in the centre. Rosa maces a right hook and leaves himself open to be countered with a nice left hand. We're now at the halfway point of this round, guys. Rosa is moving well, but he's definitely breathing a little deeper now. Looking a bit tense, Rosa moves around the cage, and exchange strikes does not produce any damage. There's under a minute left. Engaged in the centre. Rosa misses a right hook that leaves him open to the counter, and Gracie attacks with a jab and a good right hand. And exchange blow comes and goes without either fighter really landing anything significant. Rosa misses a right cross that leaves him open to the counter, and Gracie attacks with a good right hook, and that's end 1. I think he took the round 10-9 on my scorecard. You see the confidence rising, guys, knowing that he's fight, but this is his fight to lose now. And that's the bell. There's a bell, and that's from number 2. begins. They come together and strike. Rosa misses a right hook and leaves himself open to be countered with a jab and a left kick to the ribcage. Rosa looks very tired out there. Gracie grabs Rosa, who looks shattered, and pulls him into the clinch. Using the rest skills, Gracie is trying to push Rosa up against the cage. Rosa ends up back against the cage. Gracie hits a knee strike to the stomach. Gracie hits Rosa with a short, sharp right uppercut, robbling him. Rosa gets caught with a knee to the side of the thigh. Rosa is controlled up against the cage and takes a few right hands via some dirty boxing. Gracie drives a knee to the thigh area. Gracie hits a knee strike to the thigh. We have 1 minute round remaining. Gracie catches Rosa with a knee strike to the rib from the clinch while he's pressed up against the cage. Gracie uses a hard foot stomp. Rosa is trapped against the cage and takes a sharp foot stomp to the foot. Preshow realizes there's lack of progress being made and separates them. The two fighters come forward and engage. Rosa buys a fent and is left open. Rosa misses a big right hand, putting him off balance, allowing Gracie to attack with a quick left jab and a left kick to the ribcage. The round time ends as time expires. And of course he's on Gracie Jiu-Jitsu when he's doing kickboxing. I have to give that round to Gracie, but only 10-9. I have Gracie ahead 20-18. We're back on the way. Both fighters step in the race. Gracie uses a body kick, but he's parried away. Rosa misses a right hand. An exchange strike doesn't go anywhere. Rosa's very tired, clinches rather than trying to move away. Gracie tries to wrestle Rosa backwards and up against the cage. Rosa ends up backed against the cage. Gracie nails Rosa with a right hand to the side of the head, stunning him. This match is not the best of fights, to be honest. Using the bird, Gracie knocks Rosa down with a sharp right hook. We're now past the halfway point of this round. Gracie moves in quick, kneeling beside Rosa and starting to hammer down with punches. Gracie pounds away and Rosa's barely able to offer any defence at all. Ref Shane pulls Gracie away, stopping the fight. Winner by TKO. I cannot remember what TKO stands for. Technical knockout, I think. The winner is Renzo Gracie. Yeah, technical knockout. There we go, Renzo Gracie wins that one. And it is 1 minute 44 the round 3. The fight was rated as being decent. I would have said different to that. I wasn't very happy. And in the post-fight interview, Wayne gives a great check to everyone at the pit, all his various sponsors and all his fans, family and supporters. Now this is one of the matches I remember doing this. Chemo Leopardo taking on Andy the Hammer Anderson. And I remember this one. We've got 5'6" 245, 6'3" 250. 30 years old from Island, Texas, Santa Ana, California. He's not lost a match yet in his pro record. And they're both freestyle, so this is going to be interesting to see. And Shane Reyes will be your referee. This is a match I've been looking forward to on this card. Our judges are Io Ellis, Clifford Robinson and Lance Dewey. The pre-fight face-off only serves to showcase how much taller Chemo is. He towers over Anderson. And we are on the way. The two fighters touch gloves. Chemo forces an exchange of strikes. Anderson throws a counter left but doesn't connect. A jab hits home from Chemo and then he scores with a right cross that landed hard. It looked like we were about to see a shot from Chemo, but Anderson was more aggressive and took the initiative. Chemo chooses to shoot in on Anderson. A big double leg takedown drives Anderson off his feet and backwards. Anderson winds up seated with his back to the cage with Chemo pressing on him. Chemo pounds away but is unable to land many clean shots on Anderson. Chemo lands with rights but does any minimal damage. We're now past the halfway mark in this round. Chemo tries to put Anderson into a guillotine choke. The guillotine choke is locked in deep enough that Anderson has to tap out. Chemo Leopard takes the victory by way of submission. The official right is Chemo Leopard defeats Andy the Hammer Anderson by submission guillotine in 2 minutes 10 of round 1. The fight is being rated as great. Awesome, let's move on. Chemo Leopard thanks all his sponsors and all of his fans here tonight. And we're going to move on now to, next up is Frank Shamrock taking on Josun. Oh yes, Huntington Beach, California, Josun with a 0-2 record, 0-0 record. Frank Shamrock in his pro debut here tonight. Josun. John McCarthy will be your referee, Big Joe McCarthy. And Lance Dewey, Perry Bruce and Lloyd Griffin is here tonight. The fights both weighed in at 250 pounds yesterday, but now about to fight. It's obvious that Josun is much bigger than his opponent. Wonder why. I love Josun. Josun's another name. Shamrock comes forward and the two fighters start trading blows. Josun throws a counter jab but misses. Shamrock feints an attack but leaves Josun slightly off balance. Shamrock fails to find a home for his jab, but then he hits a crunching straight to the right to the jaw. Joe-Sun wobbles and falls. Shamrock quickly pounces, looking to rain down punches on the stunned Joe-Sun. Shamrock starts unloading with massive rights, and Joe-Sun is getting pastered. With Joe-Sun taking a breath, the referee has to stop the fight. Frank Shamrock takes victory by way of TKO. Official Frank Shamrock defeats Joe-Sun by TKO strikes in 21 seconds of round 1. The fight being rated as good. In his pro debut here tonight, Frank Shamrock goes up 1-0. And we'll thank him for that. That's very good. Frank Shamrock thanks his sponsors and all his fans. Frank Shamrock is delighted to get his win on his MMA debut, and that he feels great going forward. Of course he will. Jesus Christ, we have a lot of matches here tonight. A lot of fights. 30 minutes already. After the match is about to begin, Matt the Wizard Hume taking on Rafael Cordio. Now, Matt the Wizard Hume reminds me of the guy out of EastEnders. I said this in the previous. We've got 2-0. He hasn't lost a match or a fight. I need to stop saying match. He has got lost 2 and won 2. The 21 and 28, 5-10, 5-10, 174 to 170 LB. We'll see how this works. The referee is Andy Anderson. Okay, so judges are Lloyd Griffin, Il Ellis and Clifford Robinson. Round 1 begins. The fighters touch gloves. Cordio initiates an exchange of strikes. Whomever throws a counter jab but misses. Cordio lands the 2 left hands but finds nothing with air with the big right. Cordio comes forward. Him fires a counter left jab but doesn't connect. A 1-2 from Cordio fails to land. Cordio comes forward walking down Hume. Hume fires off a counter jab. Cordio throws a 1-2 but Hume was equal to it. An exchange of strikes happens right in the centre of the cage, but neither fight lands anything good. We pass the halfway mark of this round. Cordio looks confident, shortening the range as he looks to strike. Hume appears to be going to try and get in close, but Cordio took the initiative first. Cordio throws some strikes and a kick to the body, but Hume defends them well. There's under a minute left in this round, and exchange strikes does not produce any damage. Cordio steps forward and striking exchange begins. Hume manages to counter jab. Cordio throws a 2-punch combo, but Hume avoids both. Cordio lands a left jab but can't connect with his right to the body. Round 1 is brought to an end as time runs out. That was a close round, but I'm giving it to Cordio 10-9 here tonight, which I do agree with. And round 2 begins. Both fighters meet in the centre. Cordio dodges a right-handed counterattacks with a right hook. They come together and strike. Neither fighter lands a significant strike in the quick exchange. Cordio doesn't connect with the right hand. Hume finds his right cross blocked. 2 fighters engage. Cordio falls Hume with a ferret. Cordio slips past the right hook and counters with a left hook. The 2 fighters engage. Hume misses a jab but then hits a right cross. Cordio hits a jab but doesn't connect, doesn't get a leg kick. Both fighters move and engage. Hume swords with a jab but doesn't connect with the right roundhouse kick to the body. We get past the halfway point of this round. Both fighters move in and engage. Hume hits a kick to the lead leg. Cordio misses a jab but lands a left kick to the body. We're moving to the final 60 seconds of this round. The 2 fighters coming forward and engage. Hume misses a big right hand, putting him off balance, allowing Cordio to attack with a left jab and a roundhouse kick to the body. We're about to see Hume try and get some grapple started, but Cordio was more aggressive and took the initiative. Cordio throws 1-2, but Hume was equal to it. Hume moves in and out of range home to tempt his opponent into a reckless strike and leave him open to start grappling. Cordio lands a left hand and then lands a low kick to the legs. Time runs out of round 2. It's definitely in favour 10-9 in favour of Cordio. I make it 2018. Round 3 begins. The 2 fighters engage. Both fighters throw. Both fighters fail to hit the target. Cordio doesn't find the mark with a right hook. Hume misses a couple of jabs and also doesn't get a leg kick. Cordio throws some strikes and a right head kick, but Hume defended them all well. Hume sees the chance and grabs Cordio into the clinch. Hume uses some dirty box on the grapples with Cordio. Using the rest skills, Hume is trying to push Cordio up against the cage. Cordio isn't going anywhere though. Hume tries to wrestle Cordio backwards and up against the cage. He does so now and has Cordio pinned up to the cage. Hume tries to get Cordio into the Muay Thai clinch. Cordio can't fight it off and ends up caught. Using the clinch, Hume drives a knee into the chest of Cordio but didn't get much force behind it. Hume keeps the control of the clinch despite missing a knee strike. And from the clinch, Cordio takes a knee to the chest, but there wasn't much power behind it. Round 3 is brought to an end as the time runs out. So 10-9 now. Hume's got that one. But it's going to be a draw at the end of this if Hume can do that again. I make it 29-28 to Cordio. One last round. Round 4 begins. Cordio hits a left jab, a left hand, but Hoon catches the kick to the body. Then that it's set up. seeing his opportunity, Hoon tries to put Cordio on the mat. Hoon can't get Cordio down as he settles for pushing him up against the cage. Hoon smalls Cordio against the cage and scores with a left to the side of the stomach. Hoon pins Cordio up against the cage and uses dirt box to inflict some damage. Hoon uses dirt box to punish Cordio while he's pressed up against the cage. We go past the halfway point of this round. Hoon pins Cordio up against the cage and hits a couple of nice right hands to the side of the head. Hoon hits Cordio, who's pressed up against the cage with a nice short uppercut. We have 1 minute of the round remaining. Cordio is controlled up against the cage and takes a few right hands via some dirty boxing. Referee Andy Anderson decides that the grappling against the cage has been going on too long and brings them back to the centre. Cordio is still moving well, but is definitely breathing a little deeper now. Cordio confidently comes in close. Cordio can't hit a set of left jab, but then scores with a right cross. Cordio hits Columbine a left right, but Hoon steps back to avoid a high right head kick. The time runs out and that round is over in the fight. That round goes to Hoon 10-9 on my card, and I agree. The ring now has given the official score. Lord and Griffin has given 39-37 to Hoon. Clifford Robinson scores the contest as 38-38. And Ellis has given 39-37 to Hoon, making Matt the Wizard Hoon the winner by majority decision. Official Matt the Wizard Hoon defeats Rafael Cordio by majority decision in 3 minutes of round 4. The fight's rating has been poor. I agree on the rating of that. Matt Hoon gives a name check to everyone at Lions Den, all his various sponsors and all his family and friends and supporters. Matt Hoon gives show respect to his opponent. And you're very lucky to come out of here with the win tonight, mate. Very lucky. Well, here we go. The World Championship is on the line for the AFL Fighterweight, and it is Tashihida Yakuma takes on Kano Makanu in the AFL Featherweight division. I know we see the beautiful bout there on the line here tonight. This is for all the marbles, the finals of the AFL Featherweight. Andy Anderson will be referee. There's your sponsors. And here we go. Yakumura throws a punch, but Uno avoids it. Yuma closing on Uno, looking to leash strikes. Yuma throws 2 quick punches, but doesn't hit with either. Then he comes in looking for the takedown. He has the takedown. Yakumura pulls guard. Uno pounds away. Yakumura is in big trouble and is definitely rocked. Uno pounds away with right hands, and Yakuma is big trouble. Uno pounds away. Yakuma is being troubled and is definitely rocked. We're moving to the final 6 seconds of this move round. Uno pounds away with right, but fails to land any significant blow. Uno fires away, and Yakumura is clearly hurt by a couple of nasty looking punches. Uno tries to slice in the elbow but misses. Uno pounds away, but Yakuyoma deals with the blows fairly easy. The time runs out in round 1. That has to go 10-9 to Uno again. And most people expect Uno to go on and win the fight now that he has the first round has gone his way. It's hard to see a scenario Yakuma can do enough to take this fight. That's about the start of round 2. Uno may have been set up to shoot, but Yakuma aggressively took the initiative. Yakuma throws a 1-2, but Uno was equal to it. And Uno once again shoots him for the takedown. He gets a big takedown and manages to get side control as a result. In side control, Uno begins to work to get a mount. He doesn't get the mount, but only because Yakuma rolled over and gave up his back instead. Uno tries to put Yakuma in a rear naked choke. Uno flashes him out with a rear naked choke and deep and forces the tap. The winner by submission is Yakuna in round 2 in 1 minute 26. And there he goes, the AFL Featherweight winner. He also wins the AFL Featherweight title. And the official was Yakumasha defeats Tasahata Yakumura's submission rear naked choke in 1 minute 54 of round 2. The fight is being rated as great. And that's where we finished that. Giving thanks, he praises his team at Takahata Dojo. His various sponsors and fans who came out to support him. The interviewer asks who would be interested in fighting next. He replies the fat Hakuroku Masan Timo would be a tough challenger, but one that he'd be interested in trying. So it might be something to go for. And it's time for the main event of the evening as Jason Delusio faces Masataka Fenuki in the AFL middleweight division. And that will be for all the marbles as the AFL middleweight title is on the line. Pro record 3-4, Kung Fu, and we've got the betting line here. Pro record 8-1, catch wrestling 25-25, 5'11" to 6'1", £185, both weigh the same. And of course, the AFL middleweight title is on the line here tonight, and this is for the eyeballs. So Shane Rears is the referee for this fight. Arcadia judges are Lance Dewey, Perry Bruce, and Lloyd Griffin. We are underway. An offer to touch gloves is completely ignored by Delusio, and Fenuki chooses to shoot in on Delusio. The takedown is completely Delusio on his back and pulls guard. Fenuki seems to be trying to loosen the guard in an attempt to create a leg lock opportunity. Fenuki basically requires and shifted pies of bone. Delusio has to tap. The winner by submission is Masataka Fenuki. Masataka Fenuki has won the AFL middleweight fight. Masataka Fenuki wins the AFL middleweight title. The official is Jason Delusio's submission in 52 seconds of the round 1 by Masataka Fenuki. Defeats Jason Delusio in, And we've finished reading the fights paper. Faith Note Montefiore thanks his sponsor and all his fans. The tournament is over and the victorious Montefiore says that he's glad that he ultimately came out on top. And that's where we close tonight. And as you can see, the show prelims. With the show's broadcast quickly, critical rating, got a 73. So we've got 60% or more, which we have done. We've got a 73. Commercial rating, So we've got a commercial rating of 43%, which means we're either mid-level or regional. We're not a high-level regional yet, but we're getting there. So the broadcast team. There you go, that's who provided commentary. I always interested. We only got 403 people in 438 in New Mexico tonight to watch this show, and we got a gate of 31,399. That's relentless. Let's close the show down. We probably increased by plus 2.2%, which is good. Hope we'll get more people in. Now multiple winners of each night award, so I think there we go. I agree with all them, so that's fine. Fight night bonus. We can change the bonuses. I think we'll keep it all as we are. There we go. So there we go. So Masataka Fenuki got 15,000 on the night. Production plus 21,800. Yuju Funati. So these all got. Frank Strong got to do quite well. Got $210, which is probably more than he normally gets. So of course this is returning. This is episode 11. If you haven't watched the other episodes, go back and watch them during COVID and lockdown and stuff. This game came about. Something I was doing while I was waiting for Thingamie to come out. It's something I was fun doing. So Manafar has been for George being Jason to win the AFL title. The results. Site has more information on the rest of the night's results. Let's have a look what happened last night. Sure, have a look at what else was going on. So we had Icon Raw Power, which did better than us by the looks of it. We had Boris Gracie, who was someone I wanted exclusive fighter 3 years. It's something I've always wanted on the roster. It's something I've now got the hang of doing now. This is something I can really actually do. So yeah, we're getting there with this game. I'm starting to get the hang of this game. I remember how to do it. Shoot over on the ground. See, this is a guy we had on the roster for a while. He wasn't in a match with us. So he was in there. There's someone we have on the roster. And then we've got AFL War Machine, which was recent. When was this? So this is on Sunday, week 4 of April 1995. So these are the ones which are going to be taking on. So this is the up-and-coming events calendar, I see. So these are the ones which are going to up-and-coming, so we've got that. So our next show is AFL It's On, which is Sunday, week 4 of February. And on that show, we're going to have the AFL Light Heavyweight Finals. We're also going to see Kenza versus Gracie, Aldo Sofum. It's going to be an interesting night, that one. I think AFL All Out Action is going to be another good one as well, as you can see. Got some good matches there, but AFL War Machine when Dan Severn takes on Ken Shamrock, that's going to be a good one. So that's War Machine as well, which is going to be a good show. Show prelims, show. How do we add matches? Say AFL War Machine. There we go, AFL War Machine. So we want to add show. No, we don't add show. We don't add any more shows yet. Add fight. There we go. So we can look at it. So I see we can go into each. Oh, we've got Minoru Suzuki on the roster. Interesting. Right, we can do a catch rate fight between these two. I think that would be quite fun. Catch rate fight. I think I would like the sound of that. We ain't got anybody else available for that show. But yeah, I think we've got quite a good show on. It's AFL. The show will be, of course, the sci-fi, which is television, which is the only thing we can do at the moment. So we'll see you guys. We need to hire some. I think I'm going to need to hire. Ken Shamrock is the current champion. I'm going to hire some more people. I'm definitely going to go in and hire some more fighters. And I will be back once I've done that. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Episode number 12. When we've got our next big event. We'll see you then.